Definitely the highlight was Michael Rosenblum, who's a very high-powered, evangelical video veteran, really. And he had some great thoughts about, I mean, a lot of things that the industry really needed to hear, that you can't do radical change in small steps. It just doesn't work. You have to do the full Monty, and that means, fully embracing the internet and everything that it means. This is such a funny conference because, it's all the old school, it's all the print guys, and if you look around, they are the print guys as well. They're all of a certain age, they're all white, and they're all the guys in power. And this generation, much as I hate to say it, aren't going to be around, forever. And their publications or their brands should be around for a hell of a lot longer than they are. And they're the people that need to make the changes that are going to rescue their businesses. As Michael Rosenblum said, these guys are not in the printing business, they're in the news production business. And that means that they have to get ready to distribute that news in whatever way people want it. And they might not like the fact that it's hard to work out what the business model is online, and that journalists have to change their habits, and everyone, nobody likes being taken out of their comfort zone, but they have to do it. There's no choice. Part of your responsibility as a journalist, or part of your makeup, that you're curious and interested in what's going on around you. And that includes the way that you do your own job, I think. There's no point in just using technology for the sake of it. But, if you can be curious enough just to try it and see how it works, and, perhaps, store it in mind, and then you might come up with some clever use for it one day. But you just have to have an open mind. It's really not that difficult. What journalism should be about, which is getting out of the office and meeting people and talking to people, and that is absolutely the core of what you're doing. How you do it doesn't really matter. Their problem is that all of these guys are handicapped by the fact that they have enormous print businesses, and it's very hard for them to let that go and just take a massive risk. And that's the challenge of this generation of editors, I think. It's really disappointing there aren't more women here. There aren't more women, and there aren't more black people, and Asians and Chinese. We need a much more diverse mix of people in our media, and this conference doesn't represent that at all, and that's quite an indictment, I think.